Good evening, everyone. I'm not all alone. I do have a friend. Welcome, Andy.
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, okay, I'm here. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
We've already got people in the chat. Hello.
Okay.
I'll pop you on in a minute. I'll pop the messages up in a minute. How are you, Andy?
I'm not so bad. I'm not so bad, and I have a plan.
He has a plan. He has a cunning plan.
I have a plan for Friday.
Well, what's happening on Friday?
On Friday, I'm going to attempt to visit approximately 3 different retro toy emporiums in one day.
Oh, wow. Okay. What kind of location are they in?
They are in a sort of east to west band, heading in a very rough direction of North Wales from Derbyshire.
Okay.
So on Saturday, I want to be in North Wales. And I thought to myself, as I have a rare day off without a dog or a boy on a Friday, I'm going to hit the road and do a little bit of a road trip. And I've inquired of various places if they are open. And I have a sort of a 6-hour window in which to get from A to B to C to try and visit these places.
I wish you the very best of luck with that.
Yes. We'll see how it goes.
TikTok, you said. Hello, Ben. Rolando is in the house. Hello, Rolando.
Rolando.
Hello, Patrick, as well. I met Patrick today. Well, it turns out I've met him before. He's been in the shop a few times, but today he actually introduced himself to me.
Excellent.
Hello, Robert. How you doing, matey?
Megatron Robert Prime.
And we've got Aaron all the way from Florida. Hello, Aaron.
Wow.
Welcome aboard.
I need to get back to America at some point.
Of course we are here. Hello, Sean. How long before you've got to go?
You have always been here.
Josh is here. Hello, Josh.
Hey.
You're going to have to join us on here one of these nights, you know. You really are going to have to do. You have to break your face, Cherry, on the internet. Break your face on the internet, Cherry. Yeah. We caught your reflection when you were filming at Cosmic Toys, didn't we? Yeah. And I know what you look like anyway.
You do. I'm sure I do. I might have seen you, but not known you. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Now pondering. Processing.
Yes, sorry, phone went funny. Yes, what? Yes, you're all right. Good. I'm glad you're all right. Well, I haven't. Oh, last comment before we move on. Hello, enjoy your video. Thank you, very nice. Love to visit your store in the future. It might be a little out of the way for you if you're in Florida, but I genuinely appreciate the sentiment at the very least. Thank you.
Florida to Dewsbury might be a bit of a system shock.
Yeah.
You know how cold it is at the moment as well. Good grief.
Yeah. What part of America would you say is like Dewsbury?
I don't know.
The Bronx?
Chicago? I don't know.
The Windy City? Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's not pleasant, isn't Dewsbury? It's got one shining star. It's cosmic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Some interesting old architecture there, though.
Yeah, there's some lovely architecture in Dewsbury.
Yeah.
There is in most of Yorkshire, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there is.
Downtown Detroit, says Ben. Could be, could be.
Pre or post OCP?
Post.
Post.
Yeah, we need a RoboCop. We need a few Ed 209s as well. Standing guard. We really do. It's getting worse, is our town. But let's not be too negative. I've got no plans for conversation topics tonight. Have you got anything that you can think of? If not, I'm going to throw this out to the audience. By all means, anyone in the chat, throw some questions our way. We'll discuss it.
I've got quite a nice thing for a show and tell. Well, to my mind, anyway.
Excellent. Oh, we can certainly do that. Oh, I tell you what, you must have seen it, and obviously it's big news this week. The Deadpool Wolverine trailer.
Yeah, seen it.
What did you think to it?
Schnicked.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it'll be very interesting to see where they go with it. I thought it was fascinating that they tied it into the Loki series as well. because
I think that's just with the TVA soldiers, isn't it?
Yeah, but there must be a whole sub thing to that because I get the impression he's been recruited by them for a purpose.
Okay.
So I think it's a sort of multiverse saving sort of scenario, judging by the second trailer, or at least a world saving, which presumably the TVA want them to do.
Mhm.
So yeah, interesting one, definitely.
Okay, cool. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed that trailer more than I've enjoyed the previous 2 Deadpool films.
Ooh,
Yeah, because I'm not a huge fan.
why are you not a huge fan?
I'm just. It didn't float my boat. The first.
No,
one.
I mean, I have to say, I
haven't even finished watching.
I did find the first one absolutely hilarious. It was like a proper guilty pleasure sort of hilarity.
Yeah.
Because it's like saying, I can't believe you just A, said, B, done that, and got away with it. And yet it's also still hilarious because it just works. Because it's Deadpool.
I don't think it was a bad film by any stretch. I just don't. I've only seen it the once, and that was at the cinema on release. And it could be a case of I just wasn't in the mood at the time. But it has to be said that the second film, I got bored halfway through and walked away from it.
Yes, I think it had that classic sequel problem. It's like it feels like if you're going to do a Deadpool, you do it once and then you put him in an ensemble piece. And it felt like they were actually having to recycle the people from the first film because they couldn't get any more X-Men, even though, of course, they do at one point. And it's just sort of... I mean, it does work, and it is quite well done. And again, it's all down to Reynolds' chemistry with everyone else, kind of thing.
Yes, yeah.
If it wasn't him doing it, it just wouldn't work. So fair dues to him. I mean, he does. He holds it together.
I do think it's a lot of Ryan Reynolds playing Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, yeah, you say that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
He just happens to be perfect for the role that is.
He's kind of typecast as himself, playing himself.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
It's a bit tricky.
I'm a big Hugh Chapman as Wolverine fan, and I think that's why I'm a little bit giddy for the. Well, not giddy, but more positive for this third outing. It's his Wolverine, and I think we all thought that we'd seen the last of him as Wolverine in Logan.
Yes, indeed.
And
so again,
awesome.
you can bet your bottom dollar that there'll be some Ryan Reynolds Deadpool to the camera references regarding that as well during the course of the film.
From what I could make out, though, it's not the same Wolverine. It's a different timeline.
I think there's going to be more than one. I think there's going to be a multiversal element to the Wolverines because I think he's recruiting. I think he might be recruiting one to save another, if I were to guess.
It looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. That was that was a rough vibe I was getting from it. Yeah, definitely.
Let's catch up with the chat because it's getting carried away with itself.
Indeed.
Do I have any YOLO Park stuff yet? No, it's not something I'm likely to be stocking. Looks good, and I might have a go at some of it myself, but I don't think it's something I'll be stocking. Not yet, anyway. I'll see what how the fan base takes it up. Ben thinks it looks awesome. How is Wolverine still alive when he's dead? It makes no sense. Like we've just said, I think it's a different universe as Wolverine. It just happens to be played by the same actor.
A different time, a different place.
Transformers 1. Have you seen the trailer for that one?
I have.
Yeah. Like we mentioned at the shop today, it will divide Transformers fans. I think so. I think my take on this is it's the Trolls over again.
Okay.
Taken an old toy line and completely changed it to make a really popular feeling kids film out of it.
So you're basing that on the fact that it looks like it's sort of giggly and fun sort of thing.
Yes. Very much so.
I mean, this is like what I don't know what it's like. What is it? It's like doing Starfleet Academy when Kirk and Spock hadn't quite left school, and it's doing that sort of thing
Well,
on
we
it.
got that in the 2009 movies, kind of.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like, they're obviously doing. I imagine that continuity-wise, they're trying to make it a proper prequel in the sense that it's kind of Alpha Trion and Orion Pax and that sort of thing, getting upgraded to Optimus Prime. So in that sense, just it would be canon for the original 80s cartoon.
Oh, I don't think it will be.
No, I'm saying, but I'm thinking they're going to reference that as to try and appeal to people of our age. They'll do that.
I think there'll be Easter eggs for us. I think there'll be a lot of Easter eggs and references for us, but I don't think it's going to be canonized to the original, any previous version of Transformers. Actually, I think it's going to be its own thing.
Do you? Interesting. I mean, it would make sense in the sense of if they want to do Disney-esque spin-offs, and I mean, I don't know where that Earthspark series falls. I think I watched an episode of it once, but
if it's anything like
that
it'll just be its own continuity.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. There's very few where the continuities have been connected. I can only really think of G1 and Beast Wars.
Yes, I was going to say that. That would be the most obvious sort of proper continuation because not same writer, but obviously Simon Furman being intimately connected with both helps.
Definitely.
So yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Right, what other comments do we have? If you scroll in a downwards fashion.
Hey, from Kat. Hello, Kat. She's in the house. And Rolando's doing a wonderful job of putting the links in there. He's an absolute diamond. Robert is from a different timeline. Yes. Yeah. I see. Thank you, buddy. He says. Hellos. Links. Hellos. Hugh looks awesome as Wolverine. He does. He never hasn't.
He has to work bloody hard to do it, though. I suspect they're going to maybe start using a bit more. I think that's why he's going to be in costumes a bit more, I suspect. I think we'll probably see less of him,
I do wonder if this is going to be his last outing.
I think physically it has to be because it's such a
60
role. I mean, is he?
I'm fairly sure he's, if not, he's nearly 60, and he looks bloody good on it. I hope I look half as good as that.
Because you forget how long he's been at it. I mean, the first X-Men film was a long, long time ago now. Yeah, it really was,
But then even Logan, that must be going on for 5 years ago.
Yeah,
it's got to be now. It's got to be. Hi, Mario and Andy and everyone, and Mario. Thank you very much. He sent me a box of goodies to open, so I'm going to get into that in a little bit. Thank you very much, Mario.
We like goodies.
Hellos to everyone. Such a lovely. Yeah, I thought so. That Transformers 1 animated movie looks horrible. Sorry, but no G1 and Michael Bay for me. Yeah, he's a big fan of Michael Bay movies, and the G1 stuff is Robert. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. I think it's definitely going to be a kids' film with nods for us.
Yeah.
They've already got us buying the toys. They don't need to advertise to us. They need to advertise to kids.
But people are noting, though, and this is an interesting point, that when you think about it, it's the first animated Transformers film probably since the 86 film. It's 86, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So I don't think we have had a big screen animated Transformers film since then. We've had more cartoons.
Depends on your point of view. Considering the amount of CGI, the amount of CGI in all the Michael Bay films, you could say that they're all animated. He was 55. Fair enough. I thought he was a little closer to 60 than that, but yeah, he still looks good for 55.
Yeah.
Wolverine's death in Logan was set in 2029. That's why he's still alive in the new Deadpool film, as it's pre-Logan. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people thought originally, but I I still think it's going to be a different timelines Wolverine to the one that we know.
Yeah, it's likely to be both, I think, is the simple.
Well, yeah, we could end up
earlier and different.
Wouldn't it be entertaining if we had about 10 different Wolverines all played by Hugh Chapman? Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Or some by Ryan Reynolds.
I can see that. Yeah. And then a Deadpool turns up played by Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
I'm guessing this is from your channel. Hello, Embler.
Embler, yes. Hello, yes. Yes,
Jumpy's here. Hello, Jumpy.
Embler, there'll be more chat on the Cosmic Toy Man's version of this stream, but it's entirely up to your good self.
Brian is 47, so he's knocking on a bit.
He's knocking on a bit, yeah.
I'm 41, so if you think someone's knocking on at 47, I'm getting there now. I feel like I'm knocking on that.
I've knocked on, yes.
Yeah. So, did you say you had something to show us?
Yes, I do, actually, yes. Diamond Select Enterprise Refit Goodness Battle Damage version. But it's battle damage twice, which puzzled me. It's always been shown in auctions as being Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan Enterprise, and yet the top of the saucer section is wrecked. And that is Star Trek III battle damage. Yeah. That's the self-destruction.
Wrath of Khan was more like a long scar, wasn't it?
Which is there.
There's
scarage there. But it's a lovely size, and it has all that sort of good stuff going on. I do have the battery cover for it. I haven't reattached it since I put the AAAs in, but it's very cool. Nice weight as well. So it's a good sort of toy, but it's also decently detailed. But I was lucky to get that. I hesitated getting it because of the battle damage. I'm not always a fan of the battle damaged versions of things, just because you can't take it off. It's not like it's optional. But it's a really, really good model of its sort, and they're not easy to find. And fortunately, it was a bidding thing. It wasn't like a ridiculously priced buy it now. So I got quite lucky getting hold of that. So I was just curious about them, really, because ever since I got the Bird of Prey from you, first thing I got from you. Yeah,
I remember.
So I've always had a sort of an eye open for the others in the series, but after that, because that was such an epic thing to have, because they get the nice stands as well. So you've got good display stands with them as well. So that'll just sort of display nicely with the NX-01 I got as well. So, it's it's cool stuff. It's cool stuff.
I do like the Diamond Selects Star Trek ships. They really need to reissue them. They really do.
Well, because Playmates have reissued theirs, haven't they? Because that was I'd sort of registered it, but not registered it. And I noticed the odd video about them recently. So the ones
I don't know about reissuing, but I know they've done a new version of the Enterprise.
Well, yes, sorry, that's what I mean. But I think size-wise, I presume size-wise and everything else, and the packaging looks very, very similar to the original packaging. So I would assume that they're invoking the original versions that they did when they're in releasing these new versions. But I haven't seen one physically to know for sure, I must admit. So
I had one in a while ago, and I have to say it's very nice. I was impressed with it, which, as much as I like the old Playmate starships,
I mean, they're good. Yeah,
they're very good, but I was never impressed with them.
Right.
This I was impressed with. Now, whether or not it's the same mold and they've just retooled it, or if it's a whole new mold, I'd like to think it's a whole new mold. It did look really nice. Robert says he's 27, nearly 28, still a baby.
Yes, you're just trying to make us feel old. You're a baby. You're a baby.
You're just trying to make us feel old. I remember being 27 and a cocky little shit like you. I mean that in the nicest possible way. Aaron says, do you think that his favourite character, Galactus, will ever have a major role in a movie in the future? Yeah.
Wasn't he in Fantastic Four part of Dirt for about 5 seconds?
It was a bit of a cloud. Yeah. He does say major role. He does say major role here. I think he's going to be possibly not the next big bad, because I think the next big bad is going to be X-Men related. I think they're going to introduce the X-Men.
Bring them in, you think? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that, but I think they're going to introduce the X-Men and the Fantastic Four at a similar time.
Interesting.
But I think they'll be able to do more with the X-Men and save Galactus as the next really big Thanos level bad. For like an overarching, what do they call them? Phase. So by the time we get to phase 26,
we may not be that far off. No, I've lost count.
I do think that we'll get it. I think that we will get. I think it might be similar to the other Fantastic Four films, where maybe at the end of the first one or the second film will be the Silver Surfer.
Oh, and get him in as the Herald, and yeah. I mean, the last, ironically,
they've already cast the Silver Surfer, haven't they?
Have they?
Yes.
What, Hugh Jackman when he's 65?
No. It's a woman.
Ah.
MCU Silver.
Go for it. I mean, the last time that I encountered Galactus, I had to fly a bomb into his mouth, as I recall, in Fortnite. He had there's a whole Fortnite season where Galactus was gradually approaching to swallow the what do we call it? Is it not the end point? I can't remember what the thing's called now in Fortnite that sort of powers and drives the whole place. He was after that.
Garner. Something Garner, she's called. Julia Garner has been cast to play Silver Surfer. So Silver Surf her.
Oh.
So yeah, we could be closer to Galactus than what you think.
So 0 points, that's what it's called. Sorry. My brain's going a bit slow, so it just sort of, the penny just trickled down off the slot into the...
Embla's joined us over here.
Right. It'll be noisier now for you, so...
There'll be someone to chat with. You're already getting welcomed. Look at that. I know you always make me laugh. Well, I try my best. Did they ever make any Battlestar Galactica ships as toys?
Define they, because yes, they did. Was it?
I think you might be meaning something like the Diamond Select ones.
There's
nothing like that, is there?
There is.
Is there?
Eagle Moss did some.
Yeah, but there's nothing like the Diamond Select ones, which are a substantial size with lights and sounds.
That I would have to take a hard pass on. I can't remember Diamond Select they were doing them. Never seen any. Can't say I've ever searched for them either, though, because the Eagle Moss ones were quite nice. There's probably model kits, but nothing pre-made as such that I can think of, apart from those really very early Mattel-y. Was it Mattel that did those? Or am I making that up?
Yeah, it was Mattel who did the early toys. Yeah. It'd be nice to see some Battlestar Galactica ships like those Diamond Select starships there.
That would be epic. I mean, Vipers at proper action figure size. Oh, yes, please.
That'd be very nice. Yeah.
I've seen some nice...
Hellos.
I'm surprised no one's done a Buck Rogers Starfighter since. But I have seen some people who are doing third-party ones, which look impressive. And they redid the Hawk Fighter as well from Buck Rogers. That was impressive.
Right. Okay.
But I think
there's so many things really that's never been done that could be.
Yes, many, I'm sure.
I mean, the Buck Rogers,
they have been done. They just haven't come back, And the problem with a lot of the 60s and sort of 70s shows now, they're just far too sexist to ever appear on modern televisual screens, unless they're on a streaming service, I guess, which can do it in a low
with a trigger warning beforehand. I feel that those trigger warnings trigger more people than what the things they're warning about.
We make more people want to watch it than not.
Yeah. I mean, to change the rating of Mary Poppins from U to PG.
Oh yes, they did that, didn't they?
Madness, absolute madness.
But the thing is, I mean, they've actively. Oh God, I can't remember what it was now, but they actively changed things as well. Was it Penguin Books like re-released books, and then they'd rewritten some bits of them to make them more modern day acceptable? They'd actually changed the book.
They've done that with loads. My biggest one that really bothered me was when I was reading. I think I've spoke to you about this before, but I was reading The Enchanted Wood by Enid Blyton.
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? It was Enid, yeah.
To my daughters, and I'm like, this is wrong. I don't remember this from when I read it as a child. Who's Dame Snap? It's not Snap, it's Slap. She doesn't shout it, she slaps you. Yeah, I wasn't best pleased about that.
No. Well, this is weird, isn't it? It's like rewriting stuff. Yeah. We have to go at other more sort of, more harsh police state type people for doing stuff like that. And then we started doing it. I mean, hang on,
Well, the reason why the kids were so scared of that particular character was because if they didn't do as they were told or they were naughty in any way, they would get a good harsh slap for it. There would be pain inflicted upon them for it. So that they behaved. Not they'd get shouted at.
No.
Oh, no, I've got to do as I'm told, otherwise I might get shouted at. What? What kid doesn't get shouted at?
Indeed.
Yeah.
I don't think if there are any other. I don't know.
What?
DUHB. That's not just my eyesight, is it?
Robert.
No.
You might have to type that out again. I don't understand.
Yes.
Yeah, sadly, Mark's not with us tonight.
I imagine he's on the road, is he?
He is, yes. He's either on his way or he's up there already. But
he's on a mission.
Yes. Stockton-on-Tees or Thornaby. He's gone to Vectis.
He's thinking Middlesbrough, I think, isn't he? He said.
That's right. Is that right?
I think it's right.
I'm not good with my geography at all.
Geographicals, yes.
I'm not. Where's Middlesbrough?
He's going to say he's checking now.
I am. I want to know.
You know what? Are you monitoring his air tag at all times? I mean,
it's part of North Yorkshire. Is it really? Let's have a look at it on the maps. Where is it?
I think he was on to bus, wasn't he? Do you have any David Tennant?
Yeah, he's up in Middlesbrough near enough, yes. And now I know where it is, I can confirm that. I was there on Monday.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, were you collecting as well?
I was collecting as well, yes.
Have they finally sent you that thing you were waiting for?
Well, this is it. I'd gone to get it because they wanted to charge me over 200 quid to ship it.
What was it? A full-size TARDIS?
No, it was a lot of porcelain dolls, Betty Boops. We filled the car just over halfway.
Wow.
And as I pointed out to them, you can ship a whole pallet from one end of the country to the other for 85 quid. Where do you get off charging me 200? Yes. Definitely. Do you have any David Tennant metallic screwdrivers or die-cast? My phone is playing big. No, I don't. I don't have any of the David Tennant style screwdrivers at the moment. And as for metal, no, definitely not. So no, sorry about that. It's so he can bring the things he won straight home and save on P&P. If it wins anything.
Well, that's well, yeah, God. I mean, did I tell you about my comedy fail on an auction last week?
No, go on.
So there were a few bits and bats. It was place up in Ilkley, which I figured I could probably drive to. It wouldn't take too long if I did find something. If I did get something. So I bid, and it was quite late at night. So I thought, right, I've done my bidding now. I'm going to bed. Boosh. Get up, look to see if I've won anything. Nothing. I'll go and check on their website because I did direct on their website, try and save myself some fees. Nothing. No bid history. And I was like, what's going on here? Strange. So it's got my favourite. So I've definitely got an account. So what went wrong? It turned out they had this system where when you bid, it went in a bid basket. And not until you checked out your bid basket had you actually bid.
It's insane.
So, unbeknownst to me, apparently what happens is if I'd done it earlier, if I'd done it like a couple of days earlier, they would have sent a thing out to say, we see you have bids in your bid basket that you haven't checked out. Do you wish to bid? But because I'd done it so close to the time, it didn't do it. So I didn't get a reminder and they just evaporated. Now, as it turned out, when she started giving me some of the prices they actually had gone for, I wouldn't have got anything anyways. There were some box G1 transformers. And I think people were probably getting them because they were very clearly very complete with accessories and stuff on the inside. I just got a bit of a hankering for like a Grimlock or something.
Okay.
So and there was like an ancient. You might not remember. I had I think it was called a Patroller from Dinky, like a sort of spaceship. It was actually like a tornado jet body with two great big engines strapped on either side of it to try and make it into a spaceship. It was towards the end of their life,
That's
and they were
the white one, is it?
Yes, the white one.
The white one.
And there was a version of that was released for Marks and Spencers in sort of different colours and stuff. And there was a boxed one, and that was one of the things I was particularly after. But even that, I think I might have got that, but I think everything else I wouldn't have done. So again, it was one of those ones. Well, you know what? I've saved myself a lot of money by being a complete idiot. But actually, I'm not sure that their site was overly helpful because obviously it's one of those things with a website, unlike an app. It didn't try and stop me leaving the site, despite the fact that I had stuff in my basket. So, but that's a sort of that's a learning lesson for anyone who's trying to do something like that. Just make sure that. And I think they were trying to emulate things like Amazon,
Right.
So they were treating a bid as if it were a physical item that you had to then check out in order to actually place the bid. But the weird thing was when you looked at it, it sort of says, do you want to increase your bid? Which implies that the bid is active, to my mind anyway. So I did find it a little, I would know for future, obviously, but it's kind of annoying when you've spotted stuff that you were particularly aiming for and just nothing happens. But anyway, it is what it is, live and learn, as they say.
Yeah. There are a lot of things that, do you remember that auction? I think it was you that put me onto it. And it was
Very helpful.
The collection of the late someone or other.
Yes, that was an epic thing. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I ended up not winning anything in that. But when I was down at the NEC, all of the stuff that I didn't win, I saw at a particular dealer's stall. So
did you?
Outbid me. So he's no idea why I looked up at him and said, "You bastard."
The funny thing about that is, I mean, what amuses me about that sort of situation is that every individual who's vaguely sort of tuned in is going to be bidding for the stuff they want on something like that. You're going to attract all of the people who are fervent collectors of such things, and that will get the auction house and the seller lots of dosh. That's the whole point. But then to see someone reselling that puzzles me, because surely then you've got to resell it remarkably high compared to what most people might expect to see it at in order to turn a profit.
Yes.
So it's like, that seems counterintuitive to me, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. What's going on? As a toy store owner, do you see people preferring loose figures or in a package? I collect in package or on card. I'm sure prices play a factor in this preference. They play a huge factor, but also so does availability. And there's a lot of collectors that will be happy to have out of package just because you can't get them in package, or because they're so damned expensive to get in package. I sell a lot more loose, probably. When it comes to vintage stuff, I sell a lot more loose than I do packaged. I think mostly because the collectors of the vintage stuff are wanted. Obviously, they'd love to have everything boxed or carded, but it's not always the packaging that takes them back. It's them remembering playing with them.
Yes.
And for that nostalgia kick, you don't need the packaging.
No. So you see this.
I know what that is. I know exactly what that is.
This used to have a princess attached to it.
Gotcha.
But I was only bothered about the contents. I got this anyway, but obviously it was well and truly opened. But it's quite nice to have that as a thing. Mm-hmm. But for me, it was just from my point of view, I tend to like to just display stuff, and occasionally I do display stuff like this, but it takes up a hell of a lot of space, of course, to try and do that when you've got cabinets like Gareth's behind him there. So I wouldn't be able to get lots of card back stuff in a cabinet like that. It's just not practical. So for me, if I can get it, and as you say, I mean, this was about a third the price you'd probably pay for a fully nice carded one. So if you want to, anything resembling a budget, and you just want to have an example of, then loose is always going to be the way to go. Ultimately, if it's nicely intact. I mean, I do have reasonable standards these days of what I would actually go for and commit to. But there's a lot of stuff, as Gareth quite rightly says, that it's difficult to find. So you take it how you can find it if you really want to have it on show or whatever. So it is what it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And it looks as well. You've got hello there from Jumpy as well. Robert, have you literally just changed your thumbnail?
He thought he wouldn't notice, but we did.
Yeah, I noticed. Look at that. You go from something really bright and colourful there to this grim, dark image, whatever it is.
I know, I'm squinting as well. I was thinking Godzilla at first, but maybe not.
Scream up in the corner there. So
that makes sense.
Anyway, let me know if you get any Betty Boop stuff. Charlotte loves it. Well, I have got Betty Boop stuff. I've just put 6 lovely.
I did say replete with Betty Boop.
£1 a pop though, matey. Hellos. Suppose the bonus is that, Andy, you get to display the back of the card, where if they were all carded, you'd never see that back image. That's a really good point.
Interesting point. And especially with those, I did like the fact that they had that nice display on the back of them, because, let me pick it up again, sorry. I mean, it is a very, very, it's just a nice image of all of them with their accessories as well. Because it's such a small line, they can do that, because they can be quite big. But yeah, I mean, it's nice.
There's a wave too,
Yes, there's Series 2. Yes, I know. Well, I've got a Voltar.
Yeah.
I haven't actually done a video on him yet, but I have got him lurking somewhere. It's now getting to the point where I open the cupboard and I go, oh, that's where I put that. I need to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah, I can relate to that one. Yeah, it usually be something I've been looking for months.
Yeah, and it's like, where did I put that? And I literally have to go through, and then it went there. And then it went, there it is. Yeah.
Well, I did end up, we're getting all of those Nima Studio Ewoks Droids figures.
Yeah.
And because he doesn't punch his cards, so you can't even hang them up.
Right.
There's no hole in them to hang them with. And I couldn't hang them up. If they're carded, they don't stand in a cabinet or anything. And it got to the point where there's quite a few of them. Yeah, I've probably got about 50 of them now, and you wouldn't be able to do anything with them. And then there's the ones that he does in the boxes where it's just a photograph on the front of the box. So I ended up stripping them all from the cards and out of the boxes just so that I could have them all lined up. And I've got to be honest with you, I do look up at them. I'm looking up now at them, and I smile. You know that if a toy doesn't make you smile, it serves no purpose.
That's completely fair.
You need to.
I mean, one of the things that I noticed with these is, and it might have been completely unintentional. I don't know, but it's that they do actually stand up with if the packaging is there.
Those do. Yeah, but
their self-propping is quite funny.
Just to show you these ones, these are two that I haven't taken off the card back. So there's nothing to hang them with because there's no hole at the top.
There's no hole.
And then the bubble. If you were to try and stand it, and then because of the weight of the card being heavier than the figure, because it's really, really thick cardboard, it just falls forward.
Well, you'd have to have a little
something underneath there.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Mm. So,
or
to make cards, you have them hung. You don't stand them; you have them hung.
Yeah.
So
the only other way, because that card is so solid, if you had a little groove put into something, you could just slot them into the groove and keep them up.
That definitely would work. Yes, definitely would work. So Robert says no point being called Megatron Robert Prime if it's Super Dragon Ball Super picture. So Jumpy's come back with Super Dragon Megatron
Prime Ball.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Mr. B. Hello there, sir.
Mr. B on my channel.
He's on your channel, yes. That's good. He says
you might want to.
Because you that's the only name I can see in the chat.
You might want to migrate.
Yeah, if you want to see anyone in the chat, pop over to mine. But if you just want to continue supporting Andy, by all means, stay where you are. Bless. Let's have a look. See if there's anything new we're talking about.
It is a shame that you can't integrate it in some way, isn't it? But I suppose that's why a lot of people do the chat on the channel.
Yeah.
On the video.
I don't mind him being over on yours anyway, because it gives you a little bit of support as well, which is great. Yeah. Jumpy says hello to you, Mr. B. Let's present.
Oh, he's presenting.
Share screen. How's that going? Let's have a look at some new toys that have been announced.
New toys? What? They're making toys still?
not vintage ones, but new ones. There's a Mezco. These Mezco figures are quite nice. They're just so damned expensive. Oh, there we go. There we go.
See, I've still yet to commit to any sort of NECA ones. I mean, there's some really interesting characters that they're doing, but they're not that expensive, are they? The NECA ones. I keep thinking they are, but they're not really.
The NECA ones, as a rule of thumb, they're less than 50. It's like anywhere, I'd say, from 35 to 50 quid, depending on what they are. This is really nice though, but these are over 100 quid now.
Oh, right. Wow.
And they are only a 6-inch figure, but they're really well articulated. And as you can see, they've got fabric, tailored clothes, and really good accessories and everything. They don't come with that lovely Photoshop background, though. No, that's nice. Not something I'd have, but it's nice.
I can never quite decide whether Captain America's uniform like that is completely stupid or not.
Oh, it's ever so stupid. He's literally wearing the American flag, and that is stupid. What do I think to DC Multiverse? I don't even know who that ambush bug is.
No idea. Booster Gold in the middle.
Yeah, but it's not the usual look of Booster Gold.
No, not to my mind anyway, but then I'm out of touch with such things.
The Mr. Freeze doesn't look too bad. It looks inspired by the animated series.
Animated, yeah, definitely.
It's got that colour scheme, hasn't it?
I mean, I did get my Azrael from this line, of course. Which
yes, you did. Yes, you did. Now, I like the look of these. Because these are based on the IDW comic books, and those are really good comics.
Cowabunga.
Yeah. I'm guessing due to the size of the box, it comes with a comic behind it. Because the figure's only small. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. There's definitely something back there, isn't there?
It does look. That does look good. That does look good.
Included inside.
Dude, Joshy got Gap's here as well. Hello, Gap.
Oh,
He
no,
heard you dissing the American flag, and he was here like a shot. He can't fall.
That's what it is. I was gonna do all four. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I like them. I like those.
Cool.
What's he have to say for himself? Don't knock the American flag. No, I never said the American flag is stupid. I said wearing the American flag is stupid.
Because in the movies, he did get a much more toned down version, didn't he?
In the MCU, yeah.
When he was attacking the ship and stuff, you know.
Hello, everybody except Gap.
One good turn and all that.
Oh, he's joined us over here. There's Mr. B now.
There he is. Marvelous.
Oh, Ben's there for Donny. He likes that Donny. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Look,
I was saying, I mean, Joshy got some interesting ones on some cut down. Yeah.
For peanuts.
I think peanuts would be more expensive with inflation these days, actually. But yeah,
quite likely, actually. That's nice. I've not had a Mayfix figure. I've not even had one traded in. So I don't know what the quality's like on a Mayfix figure, but again, I know they're expensive. I think these are like 60, 70 quid each for a 6-inch figure.
It's very, very beautiful, though. I mean,
that is really nice. Oh, I'm not buying them. I'm not buying them.
A short while later, I bought one.
No, not after when you see what I have bought recently. Or what I've just ordered. Another Mayfix, actually. Look, another Mayfix. Let's just go straight into...
You see, I'm not sure about these chest pieces. That looks good.
You don't like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, a lot of people don't.
It takes me out of it somehow. Do you know what I mean?
So that takes you out of it, but you're quite all right with this.
I hadn't really looked down towards that area, but I was going to say that he's almost too articulated.
You can literally see lights.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Look at that face, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great head sculpt. I mean,
it's amazing.
Sculpt/scan. I mean, depending on how you want to view it, I suppose.
Oh, it comes with 3 heads. If they'll load. There we go. Oh. Yeah. I'm not too sure over this one.
Yeah, he's rarely that happy in the film, it has to be said.
Yeah, he's a miserable so-and-so. That's something that's got a bit of age to it, hasn't it? Cowboys of Moon Mesa. Oh, there's not many pictures for that.
Nacelle Cowboy.
My internet is so slow here.
It might be their site, they don't forget.
No, I think it's my internet. No, never mind. We'll come out of that. Oh, there are more pictures there, look. Oh, the packaging looks great.
Yeah, I guess you definitely see the packaging.
Yeah, it's not giving it as anything, is it?
Not happy, is it?
No.
Yeah, well, it was trying to load in, wasn't it? Yeah.
Star Wars Vintage. I feel like these are getting to be a little bit of a joke now. I'm getting quite tired of them just bringing out the same thing over and over again.
The kind of saturation point a bit now, isn't it? As well.
Yeah. I mean, all they've done with this one is they've stuck Cal Kestis's head onto an Imperial body. given him a lightsaber and said, "Here you go. There's a new figure. Let's paint up another Mandalorian figure, and it's a new character." I mean, they look good. It's just that it feels cheap. Yeah, even that's not loading. Oh, that's a shame. Marvel Legends, Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I suppose I best not click on them. Joker and Punchline. Is this the first Punchline figure? It's the first that I'm aware of. She's been with us a couple of years now. Oh, Bane. Bane.
That's when it sort of speaks like, I'm Bane.
That's by Mondo. It's a 12-inch figure, is that? Well, 13-inch.
Gosh.
So it's 12-inch scale. Yeah, so this is where my money's gone recently. Today, actually. Let's see if we can have a look at them. Hot Toys, yeah. I haven't bought any Hot Toys for ages. And I have a full set of the original trilogy, well, New Hope crew. So Luke, Han, Leia, Chewbacca, Obi-Wan Kenobi, R2-D2. I need a C-3PO to finish them off. I've got Darth Vader, I've got Grand Moff Tarkin, and in order to display them the way that I want to display them, I've been wanting 2 Stormtroopers. I want one either side and behind Vader. And they did do a 2-pack a good few years ago, but it's quite expensive now. But here they are reissuing it again. So I've ordered 2.
Obviously.
I have to say that's nice as well.
That appears to be sort of Freddy Cruz C-3PO.
Yeah. Do you not know the character?
No, I don't.
You're not up on them. Right, okay. It's 000.
Yes.
And 000's counterpart is BT-1, which is this droid here.
Okay.
Now, he's literally a weapons factory. And 000, the protocol droid, is a torture droid that will chop you up. And apparently they're Vader's droids, but he ends up giving them to somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Aphra.
Yes.
Yes. You've heard of her. Right, okay. Well, you end up having a comic series with the 3 of them in it. And they're a brilliant pair of characters. One thing Star Wars does well, and it continues to do well with, is droids. It's very good at doing droids. But yeah, my money has gone on Darth Revan as well. Yeah.
Can you have one of him in recently?
That's I had a bust of him in.
Oh, bust of him in. Right.
Oh, it's loading. Oh, look at that.
Shiny. Purple and red.
Oh, look at it, look at it, look at it. It's nice. Yeah.
So where in what universe is he canon officially? Is he from the games?
He's from the Knights of the Old Republic games, which are 4,000 years before the trilogy.
Old Republic.
Old Republic, yes. And was it? It's either his idea or he sets up the rule of 2.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I think it's his idea that which Darth Bane then puts into place. And long story short, he's a Jedi who's fallen evil, and then they get him back, wipe his memories, and he's a good Jedi again. Or something along them lines.
If he's got no memories, how does he remember which side he's on?
Well, this is it, isn't it? He's a huge fan favourite character, is Darth Revan, and has been since he first came out. And when I saw that, it's such a phenomenal looking figure. I was like, yep, I'm having it. There's no umming and ahhing over this one. I'm having that. So yeah, I've ordered 3 of them. 1 for myself and 2 to sell.
Okay.
Yeah.
We believe you.
Very, very nice. Very nice. 300 quid.
What?
It's a 300 quid figure.
He's on porridge for the next month, kids.
Well, I don't pay for them until they come in. And it'll probably be next year when they come in.
Oh, right. Gosh. Well, just remember that you've ordered them. Otherwise, you're going to get a bit of a shock when you see your bank balance afterwards.
You should see some of the bills I get for the shop. You should see what I spent on Gunpla last week.
I mean, the artwork's beautiful as well. I mean, they've done a lovely job with that, haven't they?
Yeah, it's really, really good. That's photograph. They're photographs of the actual,
Wow.
well, prototype, I'll say, pre-production. Run and you remember the Force Unleashed video games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Again, I never played them. I know of them. I've watched videos.
Oh, right, okay. Well, Starkiller.
Yeah.
You've got him there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And his mask is quite inspired by Darth Revan's, I think. And he's got the Freddy Krueger fingers as well.
Yes. Popular choice for the Sith, clearly.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice, though.
Sharp, stabby, pointy things.
What else is there? What else is there that's coming out? Anything interesting?
Now here's a question on the related to the ship question earlier. Does anyone ever actually release? I mean, obviously we get Star Wars ships, but I was thinking like things like Homeworld. You know, quite and indeed also Elite. In fact, none of the manufacturers ever seem to get behind him. Even Star Citizen, which loves money, clearly, because it sells you virtual ships on a regular basis.
What's this? What's this that we're discussing?
Star Citizen. So I'm discussing toys of ships from games.
Right, okay. So Star Citizen's a game?
Yes.
I've not heard of it.
Okay. Star Citizen is a game renowned for never having left the beta mode. So it's never officially released ever, yet people spend huge amounts of money on said virtual ships, which are very pretty. Look, do your presenting thing, look up Star Citizen, you'll see what we mean.
Okay, fair enough.
And they would clearly lend themselves in terms of, because it's all crowdfunded stuff. So Star Citizen has brought in a lot of money to create itself through crowdfunding. So the guy who did the Wing Commander game series is responsible for Star Citizen. So it's the sort of evolution of that. But I'm just wondering that no one ever seems to take the ships and stuff on as merchandising items. I've seen some 3D printed stuff, you know, as you often see these days, but it's kind of weird that this sort of thing.
What we're discussing?
Yeah, this is what we're discussing. This is actually something my son's more into than I am, but I'm aware of it through him, you know.
Okay.
So you get all these sort of funky, you get yachts and freighters and fighters and tanks even. I mean,
And
you know.
Star Furies.
Yeah, all sorts of vaguely familiar looking things. Yes, like, you know, X-Wing fighters, you know, Pythons from Elite, blatantly asps from Elite as well. But anyway, but, you know, the in-game graphics are really, really impressive.
They look good.
It's all very sort of, but, you know, there's a whole, you know, really sort of detailed squadrons of ships and stuff. And they just don't seem to be producing anything. I'm sure there are 3D printed versions of things you can get, but I just think it's odd because of the whole thing with Star Citizen is it's crowdfunded, it wants the money in, and yet they don't seem to be licensing it to anyone to do.
Do you think there's a market for it?
Hard to say, because I mean, the thing is, my lad's quite bright. And he will teach himself how to do stuff. This is a relatively complex game to get into, and it's quite buggy at times as well, because in theory it's only beta. So little kids probably wouldn't get into it. So therefore, little kids wouldn't want to buy the spaceships. So it's only going to be really, really big kids with really, really deep pockets, given how much these ships cost. if you actually have them permanently, they may or may not want it. But like, as I would buy stuff from Eagle Moss to display, this would lend itself to that sort of market,
But do you think they're going to sell as many of them as they're going to sell a Viper?
No, quite possibly not. More of a niche market, perhaps. Yeah, I know what you mean. And yet, this is a niche market with very deep pockets, as I say.
Right.
Like the starter pack to actually get playing this game is like 40 quid at least for a little tiny ship. And then they reset it every now and again, so then you lose the ships you don't own having paid for them. If you haven't paid real cash for them, you lose the ships, you see. So it's kind of weird like that. So I just saw it as a bit of a racket, really. It's a pay, in that sense, it was a bit of a pay to win. I mean, it isn't, but it feels like that to me personally, But then a lot of modern games do this, don't they? Do the micropayments bit. So,
Excuse me.
Bye, Aaron.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of different designs there. I've got to give them that.
Yeah, it's quite varied. There are some alien designs as well, I believe. So yeah, I mean, no end of pretty ships,
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I would imagine the next thing we're going to see shed loads more toys of will be nearly.
Oh, bye, Aaron. Bye.
Him.
Thank you.
I've had him for ages, and now he's Fallout canon. He's on the TV show, kind of ish. Well, he is. He's in the TV show. So they must be bringing out merchandise for Fallout, surely.
If I'd have carried on that, I'm fairly sure, because I know that I can place pre-orders for 3 figures, I believe, by McFarlane Toys, which has some people excited and other people going, "Oh no, not McFarlane."
They're not toys; they're figurines.
I can't see them. To be fair, I can't see them.
I believe season 2 has been confirmed, so I'm sure they will be imminent.
Yeah. But no, catch up with the chat.
Yeah, I think I randomly got this off from something on eBay just because it tickled me, Ben. Because I played Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 and then stopped, basically, and that was years back. So when I saw him, I went, I know who he is, and just picked him up. So,
am I going to stock the all-new Star Trek Elite action figures from the 2009 movie? They're coming out this year. Pre-ordered them all. You say Elite, do you mean the exquisite ones by previews? Well, by Higher Toys, but they're previews exclusive. I don't stock them, no, because they're quite expensive for what they are. At least they are over here. I suppose that. I say they're quite expensive. I suppose the same price as a Star Wars Vintage Collection figure, aren't they? Don't think there's a market for them, to be fair. People don't tend to like the 2009.
Because those completely passed me by at the time. I mean, I guess I was out of toy phase when Playmates were doing their stuff. Otherwise, I would have picked them up.
Okay. Nothing wrong with Brawl. Were you able to order the G.I. Joe helicopter from HasLab? I'm super excited to receive mine this summer. That would be the Dragonfly. I did, actually. That was my first HasLab. And purely to flip. I'm ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say. I'll hold on to it. I'll hold on to it for a few months and then I'll flip it. Going to be driving but listening. No problem, Mr. B. Hope you get there safe. Let them breathe. That far right is definitely Frodo Baggins. I didn't think Frodo was that far right. I thought it was quite left-leaning, actually.
He's quite liberal, I think, yeah.
Hiya Toys. Yes, that's the one. See, Captain America is sending an EM pulse to mess up your internet. That's probably what it was. Yes. thought Frodo would be centre left. Oh, he beat me to it. He beat me to it. Be the completest Star Wars collector would cost a fortune. Tell me about it.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about it.
Yes, completism does cost money, it has to be said.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I've got the Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Boba Fett. Try saying that 10 times fast.
The Book of Boba Fett, Boba Fett. 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 I wasn't doing badly.
I got 4.
Yeah. I could get going, but I think it would have got boring.
Really tempted to get that trooper. Which one? The chrome.
Probably the highly expensive shiny one that you were saying you got the stormtroopers of.
Yeah, I think he means the Commander Cody. Yeah. I'd love a Hot Toys Rocket Raccoon, bless you. They've not yet done one of him on his own, have they? Oh, no, did they? Did they originally do one on his own? Or was it just available as a 2-pack with Groot? And then it was just available as a 2-pack with Star-Lord? Oh, I don't know.
I am Groot.
Yeah. I'd like to see a better Chewbacca. What? Hot Toys? Everyone complains about that one from A New Hope. I have no problem with it whatsoever. You ruffle his fur up and it's brilliant. Now, the one from Force Awakens. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Right, Mr. B. Is anyone going to the upcoming Comic-Con events to collect stuff? I've not got any Comic-Cons that I'm going to, no. You, Andy? You don't really do Comic-Cons, do you?
I've been to the odd one or two, but the problem is I get confused as to which ones are Comic-Cons and which ones are Comic-Cons. Because everybody calls themselves a comic bloody con these days, don't they? And I want to know which ones are cons and which ones are pros, you know? See what I did there?
Well, they don't do many actual comic fairs. There's one in Leeds every 6 weeks. I think it is. If you have a look up for Golden Orbit, they're proper comic. It's a proper comic fair, is that one?
Right. I mean, that's the thing. Comic cons aren't comic fairs, are they? I mean, that
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comic cons are these where people just go dressed up and they sell stickers and badges and fudge. And then you'll have 3 or 4 stalls selling Funko Pops. One decent stall. Oh no! I don't go to it anymore.
Yes, I was going to say exactly that.
Hello, Viper. How you doing?
Viper.
I need to do them more often. I've dropped off recently with the streams. Lots of
Viper Mario.
We've just said goodbye to you, haven't we? Yes.
Indians.
That bobblehead is awesome, Andy. Hot Toys original trilogy Stormtrooper. All right, fair enough. So the one that I've gone mad. Well, I haven't gone mad for, but certainly.
That's what I thought you meant. Yeah.
Yeah. I've wanted 2 for a long time to put with my Darth Vader, so now I've got 2. I think it's a case of finishing off the collection, and I think I'll be very happy once I've got a full A New Hope crew, because I am not going to go through and get a team from every film. I do have a Hoth Leia just because I was really impressed with the face sculpt that they did on her, and from Jedi I've got the Emperor. Well, I couldn't get him from any other film, could I? and I've got the Luke Jedi. Well, I could, but I've got the Luke Jedi just because Luke in his Jedi outfit is such an iconic image anyway. Just displaying him on his own will be fine.
So Megatron is saying that Brawl is both too bulky and simultaneously too skinny. I
need to see this to understand what you're saying. Let's have a look. See. So it's a masterpiece, is it?
Brawl is part of Bruticus, isn't he?
Masterpiece Brawl. Well, I think in the movie you just see him very briefly. Oh no, that was Devastator, wasn't it? That they renamed Brawl.
Did they? What?
Yeah, in the first movie, You know the Michael Bay movie?
Yeah.
If I remember rightly, it's the tank that's sort of like rolling down the street or whatever, and it says something along the lines of
I'm thinking of
yes,
Swindle.
Devastator responding or something along them lines. But then in the next film, the same thing's called Brawl because obviously Devastator's the great big guy.
Constructicons combine. Yes.
If we can get a better picture. I think he's referring to this. Present, share screen, Masterpiece Brawl, share. I think he's referring to this. If I can get a decent image of it. Oh, there's no decent images there. I thought there'd be one on this page. That's not it. That's CGI or AI. If this is the best I can do, is that him?
That is weird looking.
It's weird looking, but I don't think there's any part of it that would say to me it's too skinny.
I dare say Megatron will respond to us in a moment.
Oh, there he is. Let's see if I can get that picture.
Yeah, that's him, apparently.
Up bigger. Oh, it's just taking me there. Shh.
Do you know how to do visit or something to see it?
Open link in new tab. I'll just open the picture. Open image in new tab. There we go.
What happens if you click the camera icon thing?
I don't know actually. Yeah, doesn't do much. Okay. Right, okay, let me
related search. Oh.
Present. Stop screen. Present. This one. And then with any luck, it might load at some point today.
You were saying cue motion noises.
It feels like 1999. Dare I click reload?
I think you better add do because we could be here for some time otherwise.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. It's alive. Come.
Oh, look at the boobs! Look at the boobs! Oh, she got knickers on. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say that there's anything wrong with that, to be honest with you.
No.
It looks all right to me, Robert. To my untrained, infidel eyes. Looks fine to me. Yeah. They did a Guardians of the Galaxy rocket, but on his own, he's still around 150. I'll be very surprised if you get one cheaper than that, unless you get a second-hand one. And you never know the state it's going to be, especially a furry one. I had it. I had the 2-pack with Groot. It's the one that you're talking about there as well. And when I was cleaning him down one day, because his whiskers they stick out like whiskers do. And I was cleaning the dust off them. Pulled them straight out.
Oops.
Yeah, and because they're so small, you couldn't glue the bloody things back in.
Oh, no. That's a pain, isn't it?
And it looked really odd with one whisker missing.
As you need a seamstress.
His legs are too skinny and his chest is too bulky. I don't know. It looks all right to me.
That reminds me of those kids' books where you say, "That is not my dog. His fur is too scratchy."
And Joe's in the house. He says he built a new Gundam today. Yes, I saw your picture on Facebook.
Gundam.
Yes. I saw your picture. Right, I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. Oh. Have we got any plans this week? Have we got any more videos coming out, Andy?
I have now. Which one is it? My Godakin Vavilos video is coming out tomorrow night, sir.
All right, okay.
It's a Bandai from the mid-80s. Quite an interesting character. It was one of those ones I knew absolutely nothing about in terms of the robot mecha concerned. But when I saw his alt mode, it just spoke to me. So I bid for him and I won him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's quite cool. It's one of those toys where I don't think they would ever produce him these days because one of his alt modes is a gun, basically.
Right, yeah.
With an actual stuff. But it is a bit of a space gun, but you know.
Japan have no problem making them. It's for the American market that there's issues because of their toy gun laws. So Godaikin, I think that is purely Japanese, isn't it? I don't think did that ever have an American release other than imports.
Well, the packaging is English,
right?
So
maybe
it might have been just on the cusp, timing wise. Perhaps it's possible because it would have been G1 Megatron kind of era, which obviously did. You have a letter. Marvelous.
I have a letter. Yes, I'm opening this from Mario. This box from Mario. We've got a laugh from Robert. Hey, Wolverine. That's Joe. Hello, Spectrum Flipper. How are you?
Not very late at all.
But he's lurking. No problem. Yes. A Spectrum Flipper is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to. Right, okay. Hey, Gareth. These are the little figures that I told you about. Hope they are of use to you. If not, you might know someone to give them to. I'm sure I will. Please give the indie figures to Mark for his parts, for his other figures. No problem. That's very kind of you, Mario. And right on top there are the indie figures. Need to be careful I don't knock my drink over with the box. Mark, you've got something coming your way at some point, sir. Well, you might as well just pick it up when you come to the shop. That's very, very kind of you, Mario. And I'll say thank you to you on his behalf because I know that he'll be thrilled. Okay, so we've got some Warhammer duties.
Why don't you put yourself on the in big mode, Gareth?
Should I be biggie? Should I have a biggie?
It'll facilitate the show and tell.
There we go.
I am wee.
Ah, that one must be an old one. It's made of red plastic, although it's very highly detailed.
Cool.
Very highly detailed is that. I don't recognise the base.
Folklore.
I wonder if this came from a board game or something.
There was a Space Crusade board game, wasn't there? But I seriously doubt it's from that.
No, he's lost a hand, which might be in here somewhere, but that's quite well painted.
That is well painted, isn't it?
Yeah. That's probably better than I could do, to be fair. I think this guy... Yeah, he's not a Space Marine. He's from Age of Sigmar, so that's actually quite recent. It's been sprayed gold. But then again, these guys do have gold armor. So that's probably why it's been base painted gold. His sword's broke off. It'll be in here somewhere, I'm sure. Oh! Now, is she one of the Slanesh demons? I'm sure she is. She's got boobs. It's this guy. Now they're all going to need a good clean up of these, obviously.
Now that's an interesting mix because is he a Space Marine? And if so, why has he got big claws coming out of the back of him?
Well, I'm guessing it's a Chaos Space Marine.
I was going to say, is it a heretic? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a Chaos Space Marine and all that. We've got another one of those Age of Sigmar Eternal Stormcast guys. Oh, Tau.
Oh, yes.
I think he's lost an arm. It's really going to need a good sort through all this. That's a custom one, is that?
I've seen a character like that before. Like a Chaos God kind of character, yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely Nurgled. But that green stuff on the belly, that's all custom. Is that? In fact, I'm guessing everywhere there's green on it is being customed. Oh, some kind of chariot here. I found an arm for something with a spear.
Oh, yes, charity.
Oh, we've got another one of those custom Nurgles.
Oh, yes.
Another. He's lost a wing. Has he lost a wing? He's lost a wing. I found the wing.
Lost and found. There you
go. Ooh, that's going to be fun to paint. I'm having that.
I'm having that.
I'm going to take it apart and rebuild it because there's a great big gap running down the side of it there.
Yes, there is.
That looks like it's a lot of fun.
Cool.
That's chaos.
Yeah. Is that like a Chaos Dreadnought, or is that just big Chaos armor?
I don't think it's Dreadnought, but yeah, I don't think it's Dreadnought. I think it's too small to be a Dreadnought.
Yeah. I'm understanding.
Oh, that one looks cool. That's another Chaos one.
Like, is it only Chaos that tend to have those sort of backpacks? You know, like a jetpack, if that is
with these big sticky out bits on top. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but who?
Army of the Dead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could be.
There is another one. A bit floppy.
Embarrassing, yes. I shall smite you with my floppy sword.
Guardsman of some kind. Lost his hand again.
Well, we'll have a chainsword. I mean, you know.
Another one. There's lots of bits. There's some other figures, but I won't go through all of them. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. Nice little bit of scenery there, though.
Yeah.
Skulls.
Skullduggery afoot, yes.
Whoever it was very good at painting them.
That's always what I would never have been able to do this stuff. No way. Well, I love it, but
I'm a fan of the lore.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I've never really sat and read one of the books, but I've read elements. You know,
that's got a good bit of character to it.
Yeah, it's funny. A ghoulish ghoul.
Yeah, with a skeleton leg. Yeah, I'll leave it to that for now. Yeah, thank you very much, Mario.
Very cool.
I'll pick out what I want to keep, and then the rest of them I will pass on to others. When I finally get around to letting people paint in the shop, I could always put them out for people to paint and fix up.
Where would you do that? Upstairs.
This is the thing, isn't it? Yeah, it would be on the first floor.
Yeah.
If and when it ever happens. But I do appreciate that, Mario, because I can see that it's cost you a fair bit just to post it, let alone anything else. So thank you. And I'm more than happy to reimburse you if you wish me to. I will do. Where are we with the chats? We got as far as there, didn't we? We had loads. What do you guys think? Get Brawl when he's released or not? Well, we can't tell you what to do with your money, can we, Robert? That's entirely up to you. And keep an eye out and see if there's a third-party one that you prefer. But if you're trying to build up a complete collection, you've got to do it. Sorry, there we are. That's better, isn't it? Hello, you should have reminded me.
I knew you twig.
Oh, he's good. He's good. I don't think we're taking anyone else on at the moment, Joe. I'll have a talk with you on Friday or next when I see you. Okay? Everyone's asking how everyone is. I'm doing well, thank you. Just set up a new Detolf today. Oh, well done on getting one.
I need a new Detolf.
They're not easy to get now.
Are they getting scared? Are they actually releasing a different thing now these days?
Oh, they have done. Yeah, they've discontinued the Detolf and they've brought something else out, which is smaller.
Damn.
Yeah. It's done now, is the Detolf, sadly.
No, add IKEA to my list of things to go and visit at some point then. Good Lord.
It's been about a year or 18 months that they stopped doing them.
Well, I got mine fairly recently, but I heard rumours that they were thinking about doing it. But
you might have got old stock that they still had. I'm surprised if you did.
Yeah.
Unless they've brought them back and I've not realised.
Well, the thing is, there might have been an outcry because I don't know.
I don't know what you mean there, Mr. B. Used to build for commissions, but now for fun and friends. Fair enough, and family. Well, he's none right now. He's had a hard time as Robert. He's just had a recent bereavement.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sadly, he's had to get rid of most of his collection.
Oh,
bless him. How far am I on Gundam now? I haven't watched it the last few days, but I think. Can I check on my phone? Do I have Crunchyroll on my phone? Do I? Oh, I do. Am I signed into it though?
Has he watched the one where the big robot blows up the other big robots? That's the question.
Well, this is it, isn't it? View my profile. No, I don't need to view my profile. Hold on. Continue. Right, I've done the first 22 episodes of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. I'm now on episode 23. That answers your question quite specifically.
Does indeed. That's a good charity shop.
There you go then. Yeah, so they're getting rid of it. Okay, well, doing my local charity shops, getting rid of some cabinets.
It is quite funny though when you go around things like antique centres and you can play Spot the Detolf. There must be thousands of them in the wild.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. You have a look on Facebook Marketplace and there's always someone selling them.
Yeah, bound to be.
But I have noticed that the prices that they used to charge like 15, 20 quid each to get rid of them, they've gone up now to like 40 and 50 pounds.
Pesky inflation, yes.
Yeah. We'll always thank you for all your help. Awesome. I try my best, but no one's perfect, and I have my bad days. Well, that's all. That's the chat caught up with. We've got 21 people watching. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not bad.
So I haven't got any videos planned at the moment,
No. I've done one on that Enterprise that I showed before, so that will come out next week. I think it is now. Yeah, next week. What I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm trying to adopt kind of Mondays and Thursdays, and do sort of a video on a Monday and a video on a Thursday, basically as a nice sort of pre-done videos kind of thing. Because I'm still not caught up with myself yet. I've still got a few bits that I've got lurking that I haven't actually done anything with yet. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do to make it more sort of regular, if you like.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's ridiculous. A lot of them went in the skip. Ah,
that is a waste.
So those bits that are broken off are probably not in the bottom of that box, then, are they? Well, it'll give someone a chance at a bit of customizing. Never mind. What about all your trades again? Or maybe oh yeah, I'll be doing those. I haven't filmed any this week yet, actually. I've been busy doing jobs in the shop, trying to sort out stuff that came in many, many moons ago, and they've just been getting piled up behind the counter. I want to do a little bit of a move around and change some of the way things are displayed in the shop. So in order to do that, I need to tidy up my mess. So yeah.
Because you didn't have. You were saying you didn't have much chance to film in Doncaster, did you? Because you were so busy. So.
Yeah, it was busy. Literally from while setting the stall up, there were people coming up and asking about things and rummaging through the boxes and saying hello. There's a lot of people now who watch the channel that like to come up and have a quick chat. And literally from setting up till about 2:00. I think, well, maybe about 1:30. I just didn't get a chance to do anything. Yeah. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. There were quiet spells for like 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes, but it was a case of, right, well, while it's quiet, I'm going to walk down this aisle, and I'd look at a stall, look back at mine, look at a stall, look back at mine, look at the next stall, look back at mine. There was someone there, and I had to come back. And I might have made it to the end of one row once or twice, and that's about it. So yeah, I couldn't have filmed the event. Yeah. It's a shame. I think I just answered that for you, Jumpy. Yeah. I think I was answering while you were typing.
I had the dogs to look after, so unfortunately I didn't make it this time. There's a bit of decorating of a pond at home, but that was about it.
All right, okay. Decorating the pond?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a pond? Ooh, it's such a very posh toff, isn't it?
I dug it myself, I'll have you know. I dug it myself. And then I got an Amazon pond lining thing to put into the big hole.
I haven't lived at home. Well, I haven't lived with my mum now for 24 years. No, maybe not that long, but about 20 years maybe. And I dug a pond in her backyard. And she's had that pit there ever since. It's all grown over now.
Now just a big hole.
Oh, goodness. Salacious is here. Good evening, Perv Squad. Any Brits here remember the old walnut whip? Apologies, it's cold here and my testicles are like walnuts. Reminded me of the walnut whip. Hashtag nostalgic balls. Well, you do know how they made the fondant, don't you? Of course we remember walnut whips. They still make them, don't they?
They must do.
I'm sure they still make them. I'm sure my mum's bought some for the kids. Do they? I need to check this now.
Do they still make now? What's it called? Ice. You remember Ice Magic?
Iced Magic.
Yeah, it was chocolate sauce that you poured over the top of ice cream and it froze solid.
Right.
It became crispy.
Okay,
no, like squirty plastic tub stuff you could get. That was quite epic back in the day.
No, I don't recall that at all. But no, they do indeed still make walnut whips. They're still available. Yep. All hail the Monkey Lizard Army.
Monkey Lizard Army.
Who have you got coming up anyway, Ron, on your hangouts? Who's coming up on them at any time?
He's very organised. He has his premieres lined up, I've noticed.
Yes, he had mine lined up for about a month or 2 months.
I've taken some inspirations. When I get ahead of myself, I'm trying to line mine up as well. So
It's easy to do when it's live streams, though. I did at one point have.
Well, it is if you're certain that people are going to turn up. Yeah.
Yeah. I did have 3 Cosmic Councils lined up at one point. With descriptions of what we were going to talk about. Because it was during the Ahsoka.
Yes.
During the Ahsoka thing.
Yeah.
How do, Rom? How's they doing? And Mario has a pond as well.
Yeah, I just need to put some plants in mine.
Mario, Jumpy, and everyone. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Don't take kisses off Salacious Rum.
Not unless you got disinfectant handy. Yeah,
that's right. Yes, that's right. I think they still make Ice Magic, but it could be under a different name. Or is there
something similar? Yeah.
Let's have a look.
He's going to go searching now, waiting for it.
Ice Magic. All right, okay. Yeah, it's still there. It's called Ice Magic. Although it doesn't, I've never seen that in the shops, but there's something else there which I think he's probably referring to called Cracking.
Well, that would make sense.
The Ice Magic that you're talking about is by Cotties.
Yeah. I'm just going to find some now, aren't I?
I'll present. Okay. There you go. Is that what you were thinking of?
I imagine in the modern day it probably is, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, they did the mint one, yeah.
Yeah, there's chocolate mint and chocolate. Yeah.
I think it used to be a different shape. It was a funny sort of cone shape, I think, originally.
Okay. Oh, is that it? There you go.
There we go. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Wow.
Is that the one you're talking about? That's birds. That's birds, is that?
Birds. Yeah.
Right. Fair enough. It's not something I recall, though.
It was quite literally very cool. Yeah, it's probably we took. I mean, given the age I remember it from, we're probably talking like late 70s. It was like a tea time treat thing, you know.
Yeah, I'm not that old.
No,
I have real toy dude, Wilhelm toys. I want Excelsior on my list. Are you gonna go on and be interviewed by the master?
We could do Salacious. We could do
the master of the Monkey Lizard Army.
I'm gonna go top middle. So I'm familiar with the format.
Yeah. You love Dice Magic. Right, guys, take care. Good night. My phone is going down and up early tomorrow. Take care, both of you. Take care, Robert. I'm sure I'll see you again, probably before the week's out.
Transform and roll out.
That's the sex toy version. No wonder. Yeah, you thought it was chocolate sauce.
I was young and innocent.
That's how they filled them up. Put them up, dispense, and then put the lid on it.
Nasty.
Yeah. No, Excelsior. Salacious will do you.
So I'll wear protection. It's fine.
Have you been indoctrinated? Have you been probed?
No, I have not been probed. I have. Unfortunately, my weekends are often complicated, so it's kind of it's tricky to be on at the time.
You've got away with that one. I never managed to get away with that one.
I believe I did see you getting vigorously probed at one point. Yes.
What did you now? Did you take great pleasure in my probing?
I did not participate in the probing, sir.
You know, I don't think anybody. He's certainly very original because nobody else does the kind of things that he does. Well, no, everybody does the same thing.
I think the word you're looking for is no one else gets away with the things.
Well, the only reason he gets away with it is because he doesn't show his face.
One day
we know that, don't we?
Lip.
Usually Gareth does the probing. He's an aggressive top, and you know it. He's still got these splits to prove it. Have you done predictions for Star Wars TVC HasLab on May? Oh, are they doing a Star Wars HasLab on May the 4th? Really? Oh, that kind of shoots me in the foot with something I was talking to a customer about earlier today.
I thought Mark was very anti that as a concept.
I'm anti it as a concept for Hasbro. I think the whole point of Kickstarter type things is for small companies that have a fantastic idea to bring to market that can't afford to do it themselves. Hasbro can afford to do it themselves.
So I think it might be cross purposes. I was thinking that Mark was saying that 25th of May was the appropriate May the 4th day.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, well, people celebrate Star Wars Day as the 4th of May because May the 4th be with you. Yeah, but obviously the official date that it was released was the 25th, so some people still consider that. I did. So I was only saying to someone earlier today that I quite like the fact that Hasbro do, for each individual license, not all together, but they'll do their run, take the orders, take the money, and then they don't do another one until after that first one has been shipped. But if they're going to be doing another one on May the 4th, before everyone's received the Ghost, that kind of contradicts that. So I don't know. So it's going to be, it's another TVC then, not a Black Series. Do we know if it's going to be a vehicle or a creature? I'm going to go with either the Cantina or Jabba's Palace as a playset. They've done the Ghost. They did the Katana. I don't know what other big ship they could do.
Could you throw on Star Destroyer?
That's too big, though. That's far too big. Because you're still talking the length of a room.
What about the Jedi shuttle that Ahsoka was bopping around in?
Would anyone want it, though?
Maybe. Isn't it similar to one that Kenobi used in the Clone Wars at one point?
If it's not the same model, but if it was, I could see them doing that. I think even a shuttle Tidarium to scale would be a little bit out of the question. So I'm thinking Return of the Jedi just because it's the 40th of anniversary of Jedi, isn't it? So that's why I thought Jabba's Palace.
Well, and Jabba's Palace would work for Boba Fett as well, of course.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Indeed.
I don't know. You've got me perplexed there. I did read your chat. I heard something about the Cantina. Yeah, I can see the Cantina being a place that they could do. And they could include some of the figures that we've been desperately calling out for, such as Hammerhead or the Tonica sisters. Is it Tonica? I'm sure it's Tonica. I'm sure it's something like that. It'd be fun if they could give us a blue snaggletooth with it. Yeah. Still gutted about the HasLab Rancor. I haven't bothered ever since. Yeah, no, I think that was a ridiculous price. Some of those goals shouldn't have been goals. It should have included the Rancor Keeper to start with. The fact that one of the stretch goals was a few bones. That's ridiculous. A skull and a few bones. Ula should have been in there as well. The Cantina Bar has been rumoured.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They could do the Millennium Falcon over in the big size. They could, but I don't know if they would, because it wouldn't be all that much bigger than the one you can already get. So I don't think that'd be it. The big rumor is Cantina, but it's Hasbro, so who knows? They could redo the Death Star place. I'd like to see that, a multi-layered one, like the old Kenner one rather than the Palitoy one. I'd like to see that. They've done a bit of it, haven't they? They haven't done. It's literally just the throne area, isn't it? Isn't it?
That'd be like Boba Fett as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, it came with. Well, it came as part of the Book of the Boba Fett stuff, but
right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Yeah.
It's not like the whole thing, like with the band area and everything else. Fine stream, I've got to go polish my doorknobs on my doors. What are you going to polish them with?
It says, "Oops, fun."
Okie dokie, Gap. You take care. I was only wondering about you as well earlier. I haven't seen or heard anything from you in a while. Take care, matey. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I didn't know there was one coming. But yeah, probably the Cantina.
Have they done much with the I guess it's God, that must be. How long ago was the Kenobi series now? I was just thinking whether there was anything from that they could do.
They tried.
Oh, they tried.
Oh, they tried. They really, really didn't read the room.
No.
Yeah, they did. They tried to do a Kickstarter for HasLab Pulse Kickstarter, whatever it is, for the Force Effects lightsabers.
Oh yeah.
It was Reva's Force Effects lightsaber.
Okay.
So the spinny
one.
Spinny one, yeah.
Spinny one.
And it's
official name, obviously, spinny one.
It didn't. It's one of the few that didn't reach its goal. I don't think it even got halfway there.
Wow, that's a bit of a damp squib for them then, yes.
Definitely. And you know what? I think if they'd have released it at a different time, unrelated to the Kenobi series, and called it the Grand Inquisitors, or just an Inquisitor lightsaber, I think it would have passed its goal. I think just by putting her name on it when she was such a bad character, really, really poorly written character, I think it spoilt its chances. Mr. B agrees. Gap is always polishing his knob. He must have the shiniest knob in Georgia. He's from Georgia, is he? Okay. Well, where else would your doorknobs be, Gap? Don't answer that question. Thanks. Well, if anyone's got any question for us, feel free to throw them in the chat. If not, I'm feeling a little bit like our conversation has run its course for this time.
I'm tired now.
And Andy's shattered. He's got to be up early in the morning, guys.
Well, I not tomorrow, thankfully. Tomorrow I can get. I've only got a half day tomorrow, so I can get away with something approaching a lie-in tomorrow. But
oh, nice.
Yeah.
The last time I had a lie-in.
No.
Far too long since. Far too long since. Yeah. Well, no one seems to be throwing anything in there, so we're to bring it to an end.
Yeah, I can't think of. As I say, I'm gonna be visiting a few places over the course of it's tomorrow, Friday, really. So I'm hoping I might have some interesting content off the back of that. Where's Excelsior's collection? Excelsior's
everywhere
collection
but behind him.
Yes,
everywhere but behind him.
Excelsior's collection of my collection of graphic novels is there. The toys are largely downstairs, but my wired internet connection is here. so when I'm streaming, for the sake of solid connection, I tend to stay put here. I could stream from where my cabinets are. I just tend not to. Because
maybe you should try it one time.
Yeah, I mean, I have done it. Do you remember when I was sorting those videos out that I got the other day? I did it then. But I'd probably need another camera to do that, really, because I don't want to disconnect this one particularly because it's difficult to get get it to and from. Mark has just joined us. Hello,
Hello, Mark. How are you, sir? Were you lurking? Were you one of the lurkers?
Have you arrived, sir? More importantly,
Josh is flabbergasted. Are you in Thornaby yet? Can't you put rotary downstairs? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Mr. B.
Does he mean rotary? Rotary.
Rotor.
Router.
Router.
Well, yeah, I mean, my main router is downstairs. It's quite a complicated setup, but basically, old house, thick walls, Wi-Fi proof. So in order to get decent internet, only a few meters away from where the router is living downstairs, which is where the wired internet comes into the house, I've actually had a wire put on the outside of the house, up a wall, along a wall, back into the house on the first floor, into this room to bypass the walls and have a wire connection up here for speed. Basically, that's the lengths I went to when I moved in.
Mark says, do we want him to pop on? Well, we're about to pop off, so if you want to pop on and say goodbye to everyone, you're quite welcome to. You've got the link.
Well, you can instill a fresh injection of joy and content into the stream, and we'll just keep going out here or something. And put my eyelids open.
Cheers, Andy and Gareth. Thanks for the stream. Great chat, folks. Take care, everyone. Hi, Mark. Bye, Mark.
Jumpy's abandoning ship.
Jumpy's like, well, I'm going before Mark gets on.
Harsh.
Bless. Oh, bless. Get rid of this window now.
Yeah, old houses were not designed for Wi-Fi. They are not Wi-Fi friendly. I'm not even sure what the walls are made out of. That's how old the house is.
It's probably stone.
Well, it's not whatever it is, it's too crumbly to be stone. That's the thing. So
Oh, you mean the internal walls?
yeah, the internal walls. They're not plasterboard walls at all. They're proper thumping walls, basically,
Yeah.
Except where they've been put in more recently, but the original walls are properly thick stuff, whatever it is. So yeah. And it's that's what it is behind me here. That's solid. So
Well, I still say that you need a poster on there.
yeah, I know it's just tricky with work. That's the thing.
Could it be horsehair? Oh God, no.
Horsehair.
Do that again.
No.
He just flipped the bird at me. He just
Oh,
flipped it.
look at that. Oh, suits you, sir.
He's got no offense, Mark. It's bedtime for him. It looks like it's bedtime for him.
Look at my room. Hey.
Small but perfectly formed, sir. Why is the bed so tall?
So what is it you're doing up there then, Mark?
At the moment,
No, what have you gone up there for? I don't want to know what you're doing up there.
what's in my room? I'm coming to the Star Wars auction, Star Wars extravaganza.
Right, I thought that was supposed to have been today.
No, it's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? Okay.
Yeah, I'll come up today, would I?
So the question is, are you going to use your mighty force powers on everyone else in the room to prevent them from bidding? Is that the plan?
Yeah, but the internet, isn't it? So
Yeah, I know. I wasn't
my
going to
powers
mention
don't stretch that far. They're not that great.
Mm-mm.
You could always just pull the plug out on their modem,
I will live stream some of it, I think. But Pete, who I know, He's going to take me around, do a tour first, and we'll go watch the auction. I'll film some of it, but I will live stream some of it as well.
Okay. Tell them they need to get some cleaners in. No, seriously, they need to get some cleaners.
He's not commenting. He's not going there. He's got to see them tomorrow, remember.
There was an inch layer of dust on the things that I collected on Monday.
Well, that's the same. That's the same in all auction houses.
Absolutely disgusting how filthy they were.
It's the same in every auction house.
And they certainly need to have someone looking things over before they type up good to very good condition. Because chipped items are not good condition.
You've seen the catalogue for tomorrow.
Go on.
Was it the Vader one? The Vader card? Near mint.
What are we talking about?
But it was resealed.
What are we talking about?
The Vader card. In the auction tomorrow.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
Well, were you not watching me last night? No, you weren't, were you?
No, I wasn't. No. I popped on a couple of times and I lurked for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and
there was
I think we got 25 minutes in and you hadn't started talking about toys.
The Vader card resale. And it says near mint. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a few issues there. And I will talk to him about it tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see Joanne. I will see Joanne, and we'll have a chat.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Joanne told it. This is the same Joanne that told him to tell me when I go up on Monday to ask to speak to her. Guess who wasn't working on Monday?
Again.
I'll have words with her. Don't worry.
Mark's taking the fifth.
I just try and help people, and I get,
So do you have some standing orders then, Mark, to place bids on behalf of third parties while you're there?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No thanks.
Not yet.
No thanks, he says.
I have just sold something today, so my budget's gone up a bit as well. So
marvelous.
Cool.
Yeah.
What you sold?
The Avengers, the Corgi Avengers set.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, the John Steed and the Emma Peel cars.
The appropriate music has just popped into my head. Yes.
Okay. Did you? I don't know if you've been watching it all, but did you see what Mario sent for you?
No. Good old Mario. Oh. I've got it, but thank you.
Well, he said that he thought you might want it for the weapons to put with some of your others.
Yeah, probably. Thank you. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I can open one now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
spares are good like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those are probably the cards to look for. The Indiana Jones ones. Obviously, I'm looking at the vintage ones, but those 2008 was it? They're going up in price.
Yeah. They're getting harder to find.
Some of them are very hard to find, especially the Comic-Con exclusives. The third wave for that. Oh, yeah. Anyway,
I'm getting flashbacks to last week. Well, not last week, but the last council stream.
Flashback.
Yeah, because Dennis was laid in bed like you are now. Same angle.
Unwritten rule.
Actually, it's like a dormitory room. It's like in a house, with like a student type thing, but it's a hotel, and it's very nice. And the guy, he didn't greet me because he wasn't here. But you get like an app with a key to come in, and he knocked on the door later on and showed me around and everything like that. So really nice bloke. And it's only cost me about 80 quid for 2 nights.
Oh, are you saying good. 2 nights?
Yeah,
yeah. I'm not going to rush about tomorrow. It's, you know what Vectis auctions are like. I'm going to be there all
Well,
day.
say you're going to be there all day. Yeah, Christ.
Yeah. So I'm not going to tell you what. I got the megabus, and tell you what, it's not too bad. It's cost me what, £14 on the megabus.
Okay.
I think it's £13 one way, and then it's £1 back.
Oh, right, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, the train prices. I mean, God, you know, it's not.
Yeah, £47.50 on the train, and it takes the same time on the coach as it does the train.
Oh, yeah.
Although there's been a lot of there's been an accident today out there. There's a lot of tailbacks everywhere. As we were coming in, everything was
Oh God.
all tailbacks on the way other way. So I don't know what's going to be like on Friday when I come back.
Well, by then it should have cleared.
Well, yeah.
By now it should have cleared.
Fridays are like everybody crashes on a Friday.
Don't say that. I'm doing a lot of driving on Friday.
Yes, he is.
Well, it's the end of the week. Everybody's tired, and they're rushing to get home, and this is when accidents happen. Always a Friday.
Says the non-driver.
I know. I'm a traveller. Well, I'm not one of those travellers, but yeah.
He's a jipper.
I didn't say that.
He represents that remark.
So, I suppose you don't really want to tell people what you're looking for in particular tomorrow, then, do you? But yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm just going to read in my book tonight. So. I mean, if you saw me live stream last night, you'll see a couple of things I'm hoping. I wouldn't mind that resale, that Vader resale. If I can get it for like 50 quid, who knows? I think I had a budget of around about 200, so that might go up a bit. We'll see what goes. There's a Gentle Giant slave layer as well.
It's costing nearly 100 quid to get there.
What?
It's cost you nearly 100 quid to go, and you're only going to spend 2.
I know. That's what I was umming and ahhing. I think, shall I cut? But the thing is, I'll get the money back through my views on the video.
Yes, he's doing it for the content.
Well, I've been saying for so long I'd come up, and they're going to give me a tour, so I couldn't say no, could I? Plus, I've got my suit. I'm going to wear my suit. So
does it still fit?
You never know. I missed that, so you're all right.
It's just as well. We'll remain friends.
Friends. We're friends.
Frenemies.
That's the last time I offer him a lift at NEC.
I'm used to it.
Bless you.
Funny.
Right, well, I'm ready to call it a night. I'm sorry, Mark. I know you've only just joined us.
Fine. My arm's getting tired.
Well,
it's not the first time you've pulled in at last legs, is it? You've done this before.
Have you been watching?
I did watch you. Well, I watched your Crooked Dice video.
Yeah.
Were you not aware of Crooked Dice then before Slimehouse's video?
No.
Right. Okay.
No, people don't talk to me. Don't tell me about these things.
It's been recommended to me via, the adverts on Facebook.
Yeah.
A lot of their stuff gets recommended to me on there, and I think that's probably because I watch a lot of the painting videos and the Warhammer type videos on YouTube.
That makes sense for you. You see that, wouldn't you? Yeah.
But yeah, they do.
I mean, they're not huge, though, are they? I mean, it's one of those funny things you sort of forget that.
You know them things I was showing you earlier that Mario sent me?
Yes.
They're about that size.
About that size. Yeah.
I call miniatures.
Yeah.
They're about that big.
Yeah. And Indiana Jones has got boobs, but,
I was going to pull out the Doctor Who ones and show them off tonight, but I'll save that for another time.
Yeah, pull it out.
Look at that. Josh is thinking about getting the Gremlins from them. I did look at them myself.
Yeah, they're nice though.
Yeah.
They're all, everything. There's so many franchises I want to buy off them. They're just amazing.
Well, the ones that caught my eye in the adverts on Facebook, bearing in mind it's not something I really have an interest in. I know I have some back there, but it's the Action Force stuff.
Yes.
I just think they look really good as miniatures.
Yeah.
They really
yeah,
look
because
good.
they do actually. They don't have to. There's no like real license on them, is there? So they can actually make them correct.
Well, they still can't call them Baron Ironblood.
No, they can't call them.
But these days,
the IP on the designs is nothing to stop them doing them.
No.
Yeah.
Long since gone.
Thanks to Josh anyway for letting me know about Diamond Select.
What?
They're sending him some free stuff out there.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
So I might have messaged him as well.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, they actually asked me what I wanted. So I just said, look, just send me what you want me to review, what you need reviewing. So it could be anything. I said Indiana Jones, yes. General Giant stuff. I like that map room. That is fantastic. But yeah. No, anything. You know me, I'm easy.
But will you be required to unbox them though?
Yes, probably.
Well, he won't mind because he'll still just stick it on eBay afterwards. In fact, he'll probably have it listed on eBay before he films.
No, I'll just put it in your shop.
He says no problem.
If anybody out there's got any Robo Skull parts, let me know.
Except if it's one of the red discs on the side, because I need one of them.
Right. Tell you what, I got tagged tonight in a Facebook post saying that's later on tonight. I will tag you in this post, and I'm selling all the bits that you need for your Robo Skull. And he never tagged me.
Have you got one now then?
I've just got the head.
Oh right. Okay.
I've got the head and the door. One of the doors. So I need everything. But I was actually looking for the wings. I'm just going to get bit by bit. It's going to be like a project I'm going to do. It was selling the wings at £15 each. Yeah. And I thought, they sold straight away. Of course I did. I thought, 30 quid for 2 wings, that's perfect. But never mind, I'll keep looking.
Sounds like one of those.
The little things like the feet or something like that. I can 3D print them. I'm not bothered about that. Or the chin guns or the eye guns. I can 3D print those until I find the originals. So.
Oh, I see. It's placeholders. Yeah.
So.
Got you.
I was a bit gutted that I missed out on that.
Mm.
When he tagged me, in the. I'm going to be selling it later. I'm going to let you know, and he never did, and everything sold.
That's slightly annoying.
Shame.
But never mind.
Fair enough.
They'll come round again. They always do.
Eventually. Oh yeah. I'm very patient.
You have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's that time of night, folks. We've done 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes nearly.
Yeah.
2 hours. That's flew by, didn't it?
Yeah. For you. So yeah, does anyone want to pitch anything that they're doing this week?
So just got a little.
I'm going to
road trip. Just got my little road trip on Friday.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm
assuming you'll be filming it.
Yeah, I'm going to do what I can, definitely. I'm not exactly rigged for it, but I'll do what I can with it. I have asked if I can film at the places I'm going to, and they've all said nearly all said yes, that they're fine with that. So so I might what I might do. Well, exactly. So I don't think they've got any reason to say no, particularly, but I like to try and pave the way if I can, because then it's better, isn't it?
I don't think there's any reason that any small business, independent business, would ever say no.
No, probably not. But as I say, it's just I just feel it's polite to before
definitely
darken their door. So what I'll probably do is release a if I do get enough if I have enough time to do everything in a day, then I'll just do little sort of. I'll part it up and do it as a few videos, like a little series or something. So
fair enough. Have you got anything coming up, Mark?
Vectis tomorrow. I have got a video that's been. I've not even put it on my Patreon because it's like an hour and 45 minutes long, and it's just building some. The Spaceballs one, the not Lego Spaceball one, and I've nothing to come out on Friday, so it might come out Friday. I'll be back home by then anyway. So
just before this stream started, I had half an hour to kill, so I started to build that Knight Rider kit Lego set that I got off Temu. I think I got about 10 minutes into it, and those pieces missing.
Oh,
so I was like, oh, right, okay, so I'm not going to be finishing this off then, am I? So, you know what? Because it's getting to the point now where I've had a few things from Temu where there's either been pieces missing or stuff broken.
Oh,
so
no, really?
You know what? Phone out. Request a refund, or you've got to take pictures or send it back. Or if there's pieces missing, you can just open a chat. I'm like, I'll do that. And before I knew it, I've got a refund. I'm like, oh, that was nice and easy. And then I thought, what about that Gundam kit? It was so bad that it just wouldn't go together. So I thought, I'll try it again with that. Refund.
It's like Amazon.
Fair enough.
You complain at Amazon, you get a refund straight away. They don't care. They don't care. You don't need to send it back. No, it's fine. Keep it.
Right.
I'll give you money back.
So do I have anything coming up? I don't think I do have anything coming up. I might be able to squeeze another stream or film something tomorrow. I don't know. I probably won't.
You do your packing things, don't you, on a morning?
Yeah, there are actually quite a lot to pack this Tuesday morning, but I had so much to do. I had to unpack from the toy fair. I had to move all the boxes from Vectis auctions upstairs out of the bay. I had to get the mobility scooter from the shop up to my mum's house for her. And by then it was opening time, so there was no time for me to actually film a packing video. It's a shame because there were quite a lot of really cool stuff that went this weekend. But as it happens, every day this week, there's only been like 1 or 2 parcels to pack since then. Yeah. So there's been nothing to do a pack and chat for. So no. Gareth, the paints at the shop, will they work for the Gremlins? Guess what? That's what they're made for.
Yes.
You will need to prime them first, and I do sell the primer as well. But yeah,
we don't recommend though that you paint them at midnight, obviously. For
don't get them wet. I might have to teach you how to do dry brushing. But
that Titanic kit I've been building is really good. I'm really enjoying it.
Good.
I've got onto the funnels now. That's when the funnels start. But I'm getting a bit on the funnel. I've actually got 3 Temu not Lego kits for weeks.
Oh, look, he's only come on because Mark's here. Look at this.
I'm in space.
He's on location in space.
So I've got 3.5 not Lego kits. I've got 2 Gundams. So yeah, I've got a lot of things to do. I'm not even at home, so I can't do them.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you how much I've got to build one way or another. I've got.
It's nice to have it though, isn't it? That, if you never get bored.
No. I spend far too much time watching TV. That's my problem lately. I've got really stuck on either the Gundam series or Korean dramas. I'm soaking them up like a sponge at the moment. But right, I'm done. I'm ready for bed. Good night, guys. Yeah, it's all right for you. You don't need to look at that. He's not even putting jimmies on. He's just wearing his dirty clothes.
My background goes with your background. It's pretty good, that.
Seamless.
Right. Well, hang on. Great video. Thanks, lad, says Mario. You're very welcome. And
Yes,
thank
Mario.
you for your wonderful donation, shall we say, for your wonderful gift.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
LOWBOT's not been on tonight, has he?
No, he hasn't. He's probably busy. Yeah, he's probably busy. Right. What we're going to go out with?
Scarlett Jansen.
I'll just go with this. Good night, everyone. Bye-byes.
Bye-byes.